epic drop.
We'll teach you all about transparency and the right to record in public. He's not afraid to grab a few snacks in government public buildings.
Sheboygan got activism. We're here in Grand Central Terminal. Supposedly, he's saying that where you board the train is for ticketed passengers only. But nowhere does it say that. File a complaint on the lieutenant. There he is right there. That's the lieutenant that, speaking of the devil. Speaking of the devil, isn't that funny? Yeah, stay tuned. We can go downstairs. I told him I'll be back tomorrow. You think it's a joke? Today's July 17th.
Hey man, how's it going?
Hey,
Sergeant Canonical, the MTA Police.
Nice to meet you.
Are you looking to speak with Captain Ferrar or the inspector?
Mm-hmm.
They're both not here today, so I'm the supervisor.
Somebody told me that they'll be in today. I called
They're like,
yesterday.
the captain's not here, but the inspector's around the terminal.
I would like to speak to him
You wanna
regarding
speak
a
to-
lieutenant that violated my rights yesterday.
Okay, do you want
So
to
when you-
file a complaint with Internal Affairs?
Yeah, if you give me the number, but I want to address it with his supervisor, so his supervisor can speak to him immediately.
Okay.
Because what he did yesterday, he violated my rights.
What happened
On
yesterday?
camera. I was walking in the area where the trains are, taking pictures, checking up on my government, and he came and said, first they demanded ID for no crime. I asked him, am I committing a crime? He said no. I said, so I don't feel comfortable giving you my ID. And that's my legal right. I don't have to ID if I'm not committing a crime. Then I asked him if I was being detained. They said no. But then he said that he tried to say that that area where the trains are is for ticketed passengers only. But people walk through there.
Yeah.
I can walk through there to get to the other side. And he's saying, I'm telling him that it's a public area. I'm allowed to record here. Because I was recording in whatever little booth they have over there. There's like a booth
I know.
with the
Yeah,
screens.
Yeah.
He's saying I'm recording in a sensitive area. But I try to tell him that because I'm in public, whatever I can see from public, I can record. So then he threatened me with arrest. He tried to say that it was obstruction. Okay. And mind you, I had 2 tickets. I had just got off the train with my daughter. I was taking her home.
Two train tickets you're going?
Yeah, so I rode the Metro North today.
Yeah.
So technically I had a ticket.
Okay.
And I have an upcoming ticket. I had a ticket that I just finished using. Either way, I was in a public area. So, and then he said that if I don't give him my ID, I'm obstructing for no crime. I'm in a public area. And then he said either he's gonna arrest me for OGA or he's gonna kick me out the station.
Okay.
So rather than getting arrested, I had to
You left
leave.
the station yesterday?
Yeah,
Okay.
and I told him I'll be back today to file a complaint. So I asked him, why are you asking me, why are you kicking me out of Grand Central for taking pictures?
Okay.
I asked him to show me a sign. Is that the inspector?
Just give me a minute.
I asked him to show me a sign stating that where the trains are for ticketed passengers only.
Yeah,
And he
I guess
couldn't
there
do
used
that.
to be a sign, but they're probably not a sign anymore, I'm assuming.
That's a publicly accessible area, am I right? I can travel through there. I can take that little passageway to get to the other side, and I can take pictures in there. I don't understand. And then the other officer, she goes, we know you're an auditor, so right then and there, that's discrimination. That seems like they're out to get me, like retaliation, because they think I'm a quote-unquote auditor.
Okay. So you said you wanted to try to speak with the inspector?
He needs to
The
educate.
captain isn't here today, so the next
Yeah,
time,
and
like,
inspector-
the inspector.
he
But
needs
in
to
the
get
event that she's
educated.
like too busy or whatever, do you want me to just give you the internal affairs?
If you can
form?
just, I mean.
I can give you a form that I can fill out for you. You can fill it out. You can take it home and fill it out. You can call internal affairs.
If you want to fill it out for me with what I just told
have,
you.
whatever you want, whatever's your
I would-
preference, because you
I would
can,
like
you can
you to-
literally do it online if you wanted to. It's
you-
whatever you'd like.
If you want to fill it out with what I just told you, because he violated my rights. That's a public area. I can stand there. I can walk through there. I can take pictures. As long as I'm not impeding business, I'm not anywhere that I'm not supposed to be. There's no sign saying that the public can't travel through there. And there was multiple people there that were walking around.
All right, so I'll
So-
go grab the document. I'll come out and.
Can you see if she has like 2 minutes to
Okay,
talk to
all
me?
right, just give me a minute, all right?
Because if she could, maybe she can educate him and let him know that you can't just willy-nilly violate and demand ID.
I agree. Just give me a minute, all right?
Thank you. Hey.
So I got this internal affairs civilian complaint report. There's a couple ways we can do this. I can fill it on your behalf.
Okay.
I can hand it to you, and you can fill out what
You
your
can fill it
information.
out on my behalf.
You can also call internal affairs, or you can go online and just report it yourself. However you want to do this.
I would like you to do it for me.
You want me to do it for you?
Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
Did your inspector say she had 2 minutes?
She's busy right now. We got a big meeting and everything.
I'm gonna go back to where I was at yesterday and I'm gonna record. So I'm putting you guys on notice. I'm gonna be in a public area recording.
Okay.
I'm not asking for permission. I already have permission. I would like my rights to be respected in public. The lieutenant's name is, what's his name? I just seen him. It's like how many lieutenants you have on right now?
One.
What's his name?
Good now.
Yeah, that's him.
Do you have first name, last name ID?
No, I'm gonna.
Do you want to just remain anonymous?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm just gonna go through all these boxes, whatever information you choose to give. So you're not giving your last name or your first name?
Mm-hmm.
Date of birth?
No, thank you.
Okay, no problem. Phone number?
No, I'll give you an email address.
All right, just give me 1 second.
Lewis.
A regular home address?
No, thank you.
Okay. All right, what's that email? What's your best email address?
Activism.
Can you spell it out for me, please? Just I want to make sure I get it.
ACT
ACT
IV
IV
ISM
ISM
GUY @gmail.com.
Employer or employer address? Okay. Occupation?
Investigative journalist. Alyssa Allen.
All right, so the date and time of occurrence, that was yesterday,
Around
yesterday, July 16th?
4, around 4 p.m.
7, 16, 24.
I took a picture of my tickets yesterday too.
Okay.
They're around like 2:45. It says the ticket is.
What was the time?
The time of the incident?
The time, yeah, the time the
Around
incident
like 4
occurred.
o'clock.
So 1600?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so there's a couple boxes. Type of complaint: force, abuse of authority, discourtesy, discrimination related, or other.
Discrimination, abuse of authority, other,
Other, but it's explained.
civil rights violation. I think it makes it worse because I was engaged in a constitutionally protected activity.
So which civil rights were violated?
My First Amendment right to record in public,
Okay.
my freedom, my right to travel.
Okay.
My right to travel, I didn't commit a crime. I have
Yeah.
a right, don't I have a right to be here if I didn't commit a crime? So I asked him, am I committing a crime? He said no. He said no. But then he proceeded he said I'm obstructing him for not giving him my ID. But he said I didn't commit a crime, so why do I have to give him my ID? He said because I was taking pictures of a sensitive area.
Mm-hmm.
I said, is that a crime? He said no. So why do I have to give you my ID?
Yeah.
I'm not boarding the train, I'm just traveling throughout the public areas.
Okay.
So I don't understand what he was trying to say.
What was the location of the incident? Was it by track 25 up there? Right, that.
It says there's the pathway north, Grand Central North, where you could go. You know that walkway that takes you from
Yeah.
one side to the other? I know the green line goes there a lot. The one that goes to Poughkeepsie, I know those trains go there often. I don't know the track number. Can you maybe better explain how he was able to kick me out?
Oh, I wasn't there, so I really can't speak on his behalf.
Would you like to see
But
the
if
video?
Sure, if you want, but if you're in violation of any sort of local law, ordinance, or any of our laws, then the MTA police does have the right to eject you from the station.
And that's what I was asking. What law am I breaking? What law would I be breaking by taking pictures from a public area?
I can't even, yeah, so.
Photography is not a crime.
I agree.
So why would he ask me? And I asked him, I said, what if I was being disorderly or I was trespassing, I was, threatening people, then yeah, you can escort me out or you could arrest me.
So did they demand you for a ticket?
No, they didn't do anything. He threatened me with arrest. He said either I'm gonna arrest you if you don't give me ID, obstructing, and either that or I'm gonna kick you out the station. I said, first of all, obstructing is physical. Me just taking pictures is not obstructing. Me exercising my right to not identify myself is not
Were
obstructing.
you in an area that you weren't allowed to be in? Like
No, the area where you walk to get on the train, where the platforms are, but I wasn't on the platform. You know the area they have those stop signs with the lights on
Yeah,
it?
yep,
That area right there, right before you get to the trains.
okay.
That's publicly
That's the
accessible.
area.
Yeah.
Okay, alright,
Is that a publicly accessible area?
yeah.
That's what I was trying to tell him. And I asked him, I said, show me a sign that says I can't pass through here. I can't stop and we have the right to record you guys in the course of our duties as long as I'm not impeding business.
Absolutely.
So how come the lieutenant doesn't know that and you're a sergeant?
Now this is the part, brief details of complaint, so.
I was taking pictures in a publicly accessible area, exercising my First Amendment right, freedom of the press. I was working on a story about the MTA in the Grand Central. Lieutenant Ganal.
Sorry, you're
Sorry.
going too fast. Taking photos in a public area.
Exercising my First Amendment right, freedom of press. I was working on a story.
Exercise freedom of press.
Working on a story.
Okay.
Working on a story about the MTA. I was gathering content.
Mm-hmm.
And Lieutenant Ganal, Luz Ganal, made contact with me.
What did he do?
He demanded my ID for no crime, and he threatened me with arrest for no crime, and he forced me out of Grand Central.
For no crime, and he said threatened with arrest.
He said he's gonna take me downstairs and arrest me.
After he threatened you with arrest, then what happened?
I said, are you kicking me out the station? He
Okay.
said yes, so.
And then they escorted you out of the station after that? Was he with anyone else?
He was with two other officers, a female officer, I think her name was Cook. And another officer, I can't remember his name. I don't think he identified. I told him that I had to take the train too. And I had a ticket. So even though I used my ticket, I rode the train, I arrived at Grand Central. If that was a ticketed passenger only section, wouldn't I have the right to still be there because I have a ticket?
You're saying if the area required someone to have a ticket, and you had a ticket,
and
would you be allowed to be there?
Yeah, I just got off the train, I just used my ticket.
Yeah.
Because I'm a paying customer, do I still have the right to be there?
Do
or
you have like a
because
digital ticket or like a physical?
Yeah, I buy my tickets on the app. But I told them, can't people buy the tickets on the train?
They can. But there's also a law where it's written in our 85 codes, New York Codes Rules and Regs 1085, where an NCA police officer can demand the presentation of a ticket. And if a person obviously doesn't show a ticket, then they could be arrested, given a ticket.
That's if they're getting on the train?
It doesn't.
Or if they're just walking around?
It's kind of very vague, that doesn't really explain. So it's sort of like a gray area where it's in the confines of Metro North property inside of the station. The station's owned by Metro North Railroad.
Because
So,
people could come here. I can come. I don't need a ticket to come
yeah,
receive services for you.
I agree. It's a weird gray area where, as far as I know, there's no case law on it. But
So I mean, he was. You're saying technically I need a ticket to be in Grand Central. He can say that I need a ticket to be in Grand Central.
yeah, that's a tough one. It's like I said, it's a gray area where it's like if you're on the platform or on a train, it's pretty black and white.
I mean, yeah, because you're using the services.
That's where I think he's referring to the signs in an area. I think
There
that's
was no sign. There's no signs
yeah,
there.
but what he was referring to, I guess, is that's sort of where the threshold would be. Like if you're in that area, you're required to have a ticket.
Even if I'm just walking through to get to the other side.
That's what I'm sort of gathering from what his sort of 2 cents was. But you said there was no signs, so.
No, that's what I'm saying. There's no
Yeah.
sign saying that. I'm exercising my freedom of press right. I'm conducting other business.
Yeah.
I'm utilizing the Grand Central for a different reason that maybe not everybody else is doing. You know,
Yeah.
so I had just got off the train.
Understood.
You know, so I could have stopped my video and showed them, hey, look, I had 2 tickets, one for me and my daughter. We literally had just got off the train maybe like 40 minutes earlier, an hour earlier. So doesn't that make me a paid customer? So that way I could.
Because you rode the train.
Yeah, I rode the train today. I had a fare. I used my fare. I traveled, but I'm still a paying customer for a day, right?
Yeah. No, I agree. Like I said, it's sort of a weird gray area where it's like.
The whole thing was because they were called because I was taking pictures.
They were called by someone?
They were called, the guy in the booth got out the booth. He said, are you recording? And I was just like, who are you? And he said, he walked around, got the police, and then that's when they came and made contact with me because I was taking pictures.
Yeah.
They didn't get, that was the call because I was taking pictures. And because I didn't show them my ID, he didn't ask to see a ticket. He didn't ask none of that. He just wanted me to give him my ID because I was taking pictures in public.
It seems to be there's this weird thing where the public doesn't understand, like the public, like the workers here, they don't understand that people do have the right to film.
And I've been here more. This is my first time. I'm sure you guys know. I've come here all the time.
I'm familiar with the word that it is constitutionally protected to film people.
I'm just surprised that the lieutenant ran on to try to violate my right. And I said, you want my ID because why are you IDing me?
Yeah.
That you literally just said I'm not committing a crime. So why are you requiring? You can't demand that. You can ask. He said, I'm asking. I said, okay, you can ask all you want.
Were you free to leave or no?
They said I wasn't detained. They said I wasn't committing a crime. But yeah, he has the right to kick me out for no crime. So I was just confused, but I said, all right.
Well, that's why you're here.
I didn't feel like taking a arrest yesterday. I mean, I'm willing to take the arrest today. I don't care. I'm going to go back in that area. I'm going to travel through and I'm going to watch my government in the course of their duties. That's why I wanted to speak to the inspector. I had a really nice conversation with, I believe, a lieutenant here before.
Yeah.
It's either Passarelli or Leonetti. He's like a tall, he might be Italian, tall gentleman.
Okay.
He was very nice, very cordial. He might even be a captain, I'm not sure. But that's about it. He basically just forced me out of a public area for no crime, not being disorderly.
Okay.
When can you just ask people to leave?
Well, definitely if they commit a crime.
Right.
Or break one of our laws.
So, other than that, if they're not committing a crime, they can't be asked to leave, right?
I suppose it.
So I just hope that the education is passed down to him, and this is part of what I do is to hold them accountable. I told him, I said, I'll be back and I'm gonna hold you accountable for your actions. You said I'm not committing a crime, so why? Because I'm an auditor? That makes no sense. So that just looks like discrimination.
Yeah, that's definitely a strange scenario. We're pretty much done with this document.
So how
Your
can
email is the best way to contact. Do you want to give a phone number, or you just want to do strictly email?
No,
'Cause
email's the
gonna
best way.
This is going to get kicked up to internal affairs,
Okay.
and they're the ones that they're probably going to contact.
Yeah, they could correspond with me via email. That's the best way.
Okay. No problem.
I was really hoping to speak to the inspector. So.
Do you want their contact information?
The IA?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Just so I could.
You want to snap a photo?
Yeah, I'll get it on camera.
And you don't want to provide any other statement or anything, right? Just
No, that's basically
just
it.
verbal statements like you want to provide?
Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
And the written one, right?
Yeah, like what you're telling me verbally, and I physically wrote it down.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I mean by that.
Yeah, I didn't want to write nothing out.
No problem. All right, well,
I just hope, like, it's not my first time. I'm pretty sure you guys know my name. Like, I just record peacefully. All I do is watch the government, watch you guys work. I don't impede business. I don't commit crimes.
I appreciate that.
I'm not disorderly.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that our rights are respected. You guys are law enforcement, and you swore to uphold the Constitution and protect my rights. He should have been protecting my rights yesterday, but I don't know. So I'm gonna walk around in that same area. I'm not gonna impede business. I'm just gonna exercise my rights. So
okay.
hopefully I don't get arrested today. But Inspector, she'll be here all day?
She's just, she works here, so she's here almost every day.
Okay,
But
all
she's
right.
busy right now.
All right, so you're, I don't know how you say
Sergeant
it.
Canonical.
Kanako?
525. Canonical.
Canonical, that's a nice name.
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you. So hopefully if the lieutenant comes, how do I request a supervisor? Because I don't know.
You're saying if he comes, what do you mean?
He said yesterday, if you come back tomorrow and you're caught filming in that area, you're gonna get arrested.
Well, I mean, if he gives the order to make the arrest, then we'll have to take it from there, and then you have to go through your processes of filing your complaint or whatever.
I mean, so you guys will just allow him to violate my rights? What would I be arrested for?
I don't
Photography?
know. That'd be his call.
Photography in a public area?
Yeah, that'd be a stretch.
Do I need to have a ticket to walk through that area, to pass through that area, to take pictures in that area?
I would say no.
So why would he ask me for a ticket? I'm just taking pictures. I'm not getting on a train.
Yeah.
And if it said ticket passengers there, I'm not trying to get on the train. I'm literally just taking pictures. I'm gathering matters of public interest.
Mm-hmm.
We're allowed to do that. It's not like I'm a big film crew where I need to get a permit.
Yeah.
I have a handheld device.
Yeah.
And I have a constitutional right to check up on my government and watch law enforcement. So
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know. All right, we'll see what happens.
All right, man, do your thing, all right?
Thank you.
It's gonna say Hudson Yards on it.
Oh shit.
It's 2 blocks.
Huh?
What are you filming?
Whatever I can see.
Could you not? It's kind of like our private area.
I'm sorry.
I say, could you not? It's our area. It's kind of rude.
Rude. I don't see how.
How you doing? What's going on? You're going down the staircase to the left. Down the staircase to the left. Thank you. New video?
Huh?
Haven't seen you in a while.
I was here yesterday.
No, I wasn't here.
The lieutenant tried to violate my rights. He didn't try, he did violate my rights yesterday.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. Where's he at? I want to see if he's gonna arrest me.
He might.
He might, right? He's a tyrant. You think anybody would stand up for my rights?
Most people know who you are.
You think the inspector would stand up for my rights? I don't know. There's a lot of people that think my rights are rude.
Where you been at? I haven't seen you in a while.
I've been traveling, playing football. It's football season.
Oh, football season.
Yeah. I'll be in Boston this weekend.
Okay.
So, football season started. I'll be in North Carolina the week after. We gotta travel. Can't just hold the government in New York accountable.
I got you.
So, I appreciate your support. It's good to
See
see
you
you.
later,
All right. Where's this lieutenant at? Nowhere does it say. Look at this. You good? Can't see nothing in that one. There's a trophy here. See it? I wonder what they got a trophy for.
Epic drop.
We'll teach you all about transparency and the right to record in public. He's not afraid to grab a few snacks in government public buildings.